Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I know I recently did a pretty big makeup declutter, but I have another one. I have a fairly large bag here full of makeup, and some of it was from like my friend mail swaps, and some of them I purchased myself. I just have a bunch of makeup that I will not be using and I would like to pass on to my friends and family, and I'm actually going to see my friend Lisa tonight. I'm going to take some of this stuff with me while I go to her house and then let her sort through and see what she wants. But anyway, all the stuff will be going to Good Homes and stuff like that, so let's get into it. I do have a lot of makeup here. So the first item isn't actually a makeup item, but it is kind of like a custom palette, and this is from Urban Decay, and it is in the style Nirvana. It's really beautiful, but I've tried to like play with this and kind of take out this like plastic thing right here because it's supposed to fit for Urban Decay eyeshadows, but I don't have any Urban Decay eyeshadows, so I haven't had a use for it in years. So I was trying to take this out, maybe use it as a custom palette, but I couldn't figure out how to take this out, so I really don't have a use for it in my collection, so I'm just going to pass this on. And then this is an actual makeup item. This is from Becca, and this is their under eye corrector, and that is what the color looks like. The packaging is really nice, but I just don't use this. I got this sent to me from Octoly a little while ago, probably a few months ago, and I've been loving the primer that was sent to me from them. And I do like this product, but I just don't use it. It's an extra step in my opinion. So that is what the color looks like. So it is a peachy under eye corrector, and if you have more of a pinker skin tone than I do, it would probably be a concealer on you because it's really not that peachy pink. It does blend into the skin super well, and it does have nice coverage. It's very emollient. I've just used this only a handful of times, and I just found that I would forget about it all the time, so I don't want it to go bad because it is like a super creamy product, and I figured someone else might use it more than I will. I do have a decent amount of lip products, so let's go into those. I feel really bad because I know my friend Angela really likes this, and she was the one that actually sent this to me. But this is the Ulta Beauty Juice-Infused Lip Oil in the scent Black Raspberry. So it is just a clear lip oil. It smells really good, and it actually has like a sweet taste to it, but it is basically just like a clear gloss. And it's pretty sticky in my opinion, so as you can see, it is right there, so it's basically clear. It's a little bit sticky, and I just have only reached for this a couple times since she sent it to me, and I think I'm going to be sending some of these items to her, so I will reach out to her and see if she wants this again. So sorry, Angela, I know how much you love this, but it's not something that I typically use every day. I feel pretty bad about this one because my friend Shay sent this to me, but this is the Too Faced Creme lipstick in pink chocolate, and this is actually very similar to Sweet Maple, and like they're very similar. This one is just more pink on the lips for me, and if I'm gonna wear a color that is like this dark, I'd just rather it not be so pink on my lip. It doesn't look bad on me, and I do like the La Creme lipstick formula, but since it's so similar to the Sweet Maple and I like that one a little bit better, I just thought maybe someone else would want this. If no one wants it, then I'll keep it, but if I can find someone who wants it, then I will be decluttering it. And this is kind of similar. This is the Marc Jacobs mini lipstick in this shade Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. There's what the color looks like. And it's a very similar color to the Too Faced one as well. It's just a little bit more pigmented and more pink. I'm just not into super pink lip products on myself personally. If I was going to wear a pink lip product, I'd honestly probably rather it to be a little bit brighter and be like, yo, I'm wearing pink today, instead of just like, kind of wearing pink today. I wanted to love this one so much. This is the Kokie Kissable liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Mad About Mauve. And this is kind of like a very moussey liquid lipstick. I'll give you guys a little swatch of it, and it's very opaque, and the color is gorgeous. It's a very nice like fall nude color. But I was literally eating ice cream with this only, and it was smearing all over my face. And when I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, I don't want it to budge. I'm okay if it like wears off a little bit, even getting that butthole lip a little bit. But if it's going to smudge all over my face, I'm not going to deal with that. So unfortunately, this one did not work out for me. Next I have this L'Oreal, I think this is their Color Riche Shine lipstick, and this is in the shade Lacquered Strawberry. And the clear packaging, I think it is actually pretty. It does look cheap, but I don't think it looks like super awful or anything. I just kind of, I don't know, I like the packaging, but here's what the color looks like. So it is a nice, like really bright pink red strawberry color, and it is sheer. I've worn this a couple times, and I do like the actual formula of it. So that is what the color looks like. It just looks like hot pink on my lips. And I think my mom would actually like this because she likes more like color to her lips than I do. And it is a nice balmy formula. So I think I'll just pass this on to her. I did get this sent to me from Influencer along with a ton of other lipsticks, which I'm actually giving away in my huge 5,000 subscriber giveaway. So I'll link that up in the card so you guys can check it out. There's 2 different prizes. I feel kind of bad about this one because it is like a pretty expensive item, but I did get this sent to me free to review from Aucoin. This is the Kevyn Aucoin. I think it's the Molten lip color. It is beautiful. It's in the shade Violet Quartz, but I wasn't reaching for this. I literally only wore it maybe like once or twice since my review video. I know one of my YouTube friends will want this, especially because it wasn't used very much. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous though, so I think it is really pretty to look at, but I just don't wear it, so I'm going to be passing that on. It is just like a nice lip gloss lip topper. I have this Colourpop Lippie Stix in the shade Goldie, and this is a red lipstick, and I actually wore this in my Get Ready With Me for the Taylor Swift concert, so I'll also link that one up in the cards. And it is a really pretty red, and I got so many compliments when you guys were watching that video. So that's what the color looks like and what the lipstick looks like. But I just think it's just hard for me to apply because I have such small lips, and I think I just have an easier time with like a doe foot applicator, like a liquid lipstick, when I'm wearing such a bright and dark color like this. I really wanted to like this liquid lipstick. This is from NYX, and it is one of their liquid suedes, and it's in the shade Brooklyn Thorn. But I lip swatched this, and it does not look good on me. It makes me look dead, but with like poop on my lips. Like, it's very, very brown on me, and it's not like a mauve brown or a cute brown. So that's what the color looks like. Not my favorite color on me. It just does not look good. I'm just not a bad bitch enough to wear this. The next product is a highlighter, and this is the Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighting powder in the shade Botanic Dream, and I love this formula so much. So this is what Botanic Dream looks like in the pan, and it still has all the pattern on it and everything. This is a darker pink highlighter, and I'd say dark just because of my skin tone. On a tanner skin tone, it'll be really pretty on you, I'm sure. So that's what the highlighter looks like, and as you can see, it could basically be an eyeshadow for me. I have colors similar to this in eyeshadows, and I'm going to see if Lisa wants this because she is significantly tanner than me, and I think this would definitely be a really pretty highlighter on her. I have Wet n Wild's Blossom Glow in this formula, which is another pink highlighter, but it is lighter, so if you're fair-skinned like me, I would recommend that one, and if you're tanner, I would recommend Botanic Dream. Next, I have this little deluxe size sample of the CoverFx Blurring Face Primer, and it looks like this. And I know my friend Angela really likes this primer, so I am going to probably be sending this to her. I just like more illuminating face primers. This isn't bad at all. It doesn't even like dry out my skin or anything, even though it's a blurring primer and it's kind of silicone-y. I just prefer more illuminating and hydrating primers. I don't have major pores. I do have some, but I don't really care that much to cover them up. I believe the rest are all eyeshadows, and there are a lot of eyeshadow singles in here. I just prefer my palettes over singles, and I feel bad because a lot of my friends gave me these, so I'm sorry. The colors are beautiful, but if I do have a single of a color, I'd rather it be something more unique to my collection. This one I actually bought. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals in the shade Kitten, and this was the old version of their glitters, so it does come in a pot here. And this is gorgeous. It's so metallic and pretty, and you guys would probably think that like I'd be all over this. Here's a swatch of it. And it does have like a unique formula. Like it's kind of like a cream, but it's kind of like a powder. But it's like stickier than the Colourpop formula. So here is a swatch of it right here. Gorgeous, right? Well, these crease on me like pretty bad and make my eyelids look not cute because I guess they're so chunky, and you can apply with this liquid right here, which I did, but it's still creased on me. I do prefer my other Stila glitter in Kitten, and maybe since I have hooded eyes, since I do have that like really tiny lower crease, that's probably why it creases on me. I'll see if one of my friends wants this, but I wanted to buy one of these. I actually found this at Marshall's for like $6 because I'm pretty sure they're discontinued now, but I wanted to buy one of these in high school, but they retailed for $32, I'm pretty sure, and I wanted one of these for so long. But I'm glad I was able to try it because of that. I wanted to try it for so long, but it just didn't work out for me, so I'm glad I didn't spend the $32 that I could have when I was in high school and couldn't afford it. Next, I have two of the NYX singles. The first one I was going to keep, and then I just decided not to. This is in the shade Fireball, and this is a gorgeous like rosy red color, but I actually have a lot of these in my collection that are actually in palettes, and I use those palettes more. So here is a swatch of it. It's very pretty, and it's actually super similar to Colourpop Bling in the Yes Please palette, and I actually finished up that shade. And there's just other colors that are very similar to this in my collection. And then this one is gorgeous as well. This is the NYX single eyeshadow in, I believe it's Punk Heart. So it is like a muted purple color, and this is really pretty, but I've had this for like 3 months or so and have not touched it. So that is what the color looks like. I think it would look prettier on someone who is tanner than me because they could put this all over their lid, which is what I would prefer to do with it. You can just see this looking very muddy on me and almost black, so I'm just going to pass it on. I've only really swatched it, and it is pretty as you can see. I just haven't reached for it. Next, I have 3 single eyeshadows in different forms, and they are the exact same color, and I have this type of color in pretty much all of my palettes. So the first one I have here is the City Color Shimmer Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Cheers to Life. And I actually had to repress this because it had broke during shipping, but it is beautiful. I just have so many colors like this, and I could probably be panning these, and I could just pan my palette. So that is what the City Colors one looks like. And I've worn all of these on the eyes, I think except for this Colourpop one. This is in the shade Lala. So that's what Lala looks like. I actually have like a Colourpop dupe for this in, I think, the Perception palette. So those are 2 of the actual singles, and then I have this Wet n Wild Loose Pigment, and this is in the shade... This is in the shade Heart of Rose Gold. It is a little bit messy, and the sifter is actually kind of hard to get product out of, so let me go swatch this off camera real quick. So here are the 3 swatches of the very similar colors. So this is the Heart of Rose Gold from Wet n Wild, this is Lala from Colourpop, and this is the City Color one and Cheers to Life. And while I'm looking at these, I'm actually going to keep Lala. I might declutter it later on, but I think I'm going to try panning it because it is super pretty. It's something I can use every day. So I'm going to keep Lala instead. But this is a Colourpop one I will be passing on. This is the Colourpop Super Shock in the shade Bouncy. And I wanted to like this so much because it is just so pretty. So on camera it's not really pulling up the pink shimmers. That's okay, the eyes don't pull it either. It's a really pretty kind of cool tone bronzy color, and it kind of has like an olive undertone to it. That is what a swatch of it looks like, and I was really hoping that the pink shimmers would come through, but they didn't. It was just basically like a cool toned shimmery brown eyeshadow on my eyes, and I have those in my collection that I prefer, so I'd rather just pass this on, especially because it is a Colourpop Super Shock. It'll probably dry out, and if I'm not reaching for it, it'll go bad. This is a Laura Geller single eyeshadow. This is their Baked Brulee eyeshadow in Mocha Latte. Oh, I could go for some iced coffee right now. But that's what that looks like. So it has like a cool tone brown and then a pink metallic color swirled throughout, but it does just come out to be a more muted brown color. So it kind of reminds me of like Push Up from Too Faced from the Natural Eyes palette and a bunch of other colors. I know you guys have this in your collection, and so do I, so I'd rather just use the ones I have in my palettes because I have not reached for this at all. Finally, I have eyeshadow palettes, and I know I'm probably going to get some crap for getting rid of some of these, but the first one I have here is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. I love the packaging on this. It is so pretty, and I feel pretty bad about this because this was a gift to me. Here are what the colors look like. There is a fairly large mirror, and it looks like there are a nice variety of mattes, and I did use up the shade in Below right here. However, most of these browns, and especially the cool tone browns, they look the exact same on me. I love this brown right here in Lethal. This is like a purpley dark brown. I love this shade. It is like the perfect dark brown. These eyeshadows just look the same on me no matter what I use. I have not used this cool toned like gunmetal shade or the black, but everything else it looks like the exact same. Like this orange looks exactly the same as this more like cool tone brown right here. So I'm just not going to use this palette. I haven't reached for it. And speaking of neutral brown mattes, this is the Becca Ombre Rouge eyeshadow palette. I think this is the warmer one. So here what the colors look like. I mentioned this in my haul, but literally all these browns look the same, and they look different on camera, but in real life they look very, very similar. And I don't feel like swatching them because you guys know what matte browns swatch like, but I have so many neutral matte browns in my collection, I don't need a whole other palette for them. And I know I'm going to get some crap for decluttering YouTube's favorite palette, but I'm going to be passing on the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and here is what mine looks like. So as you can see, I have used up 2 eyeshadows right here. I've used up Tempera and Primavera right here, and I have hit pan on the shade Vermeer. I do think this palette is pretty. I just don't think it's anything special, but I know at the time when it was released, everyone was going crazy because it was like a super, super warm eyeshadow palette. The only shades I will really miss in here are Cypress Umber, which is this matte dark brown, and I actually have a little bit of a dip in it. I just think it's like the perfect matte brown, so I might see if Anastasia has it in a single. I also love Real Gar, and I really love either one of these, but I think I prefer Love Letter, so Love Letter or Venetian Red. But other than that, I have all of these other warm tone eyeshadows, and I do have something similar to Bonfresco. I think I've only maybe used it once or so. Overall, the palette is good. I just have so many other ones, and I actually have a friend who really wants this palette, so I'm going to be sending it to her and letting her know. Alright, so that is another fairly large makeup declutter, and I always get kind of nervous posting these videos because I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, you can use it this way. Like, I don't think you should be decluttering it, but if I decide to declutter it, it's been in that pile and I haven't reached for it since. The only thing I'm most likely keeping is the shade Lala from Colourpop. Let me know if you recently posted a declutter video because I freaking love watching them. They're some of my favorite videos to watch. Also, I do have a fairly large giveaway going on my channel. I think I mentioned it in this video, I forget, but I will link it on the screen right here. There are 2 winners and the giveaway will be ending on August 1st. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.